Why getting too excited sucks? By me. I don't know the nature of this problem, but here's the thing. Never get too excited. Overwhelm leads to disappointment. It's a postulate. Just recently I've been thinking of the lessons life has taught me and realized that there are no lessons you can be taught in life. Because every situation is different, every person have their own character and emotions and mood, and one and the same action can lead to numerous absolutely different consequences, and you can't predict it. But there is one and only lesson that is universal. Don't get too excited if someone offered you something. It may be help, invitation to hang out, whatever. There is a high chance this person will change his or her mind, will have more important things to do or whatever. I don't know about you, but in my life it happens too often. Too often to realize that life pokes my face into it to make me notice. I didn't really ask for company assistance, blah blah blah. That's another life lesson that I've learned, and pretty much it's the introduction into this huge life lesson. But if people just offer it, I get happy and excited, and then they just fade. I make my plans, including them, I shift my business, I change my schedule and plans, but they just fade away and they don't give a fuck. Every single time. And if they think that my business isn't that important and my emotions and interests aren't important, why did they even consider wasting their time and getting involved into life of such a pathetic human being? I don't understand. Because if you think that my time and interests aren't that important, it doesn't mean that they are important for me or for society or even for humanity. It only shows how you treat yourself. Because if I respect my time and my interests and my emotions, I will respect the same things of another person too. This is how you become skeptical and cynical and emancipated. Probably these three features are already a part of me, even though they weren't initially. And I try not to demonstrate them to the new acquaintances, while the ones have already met them. Because somewhere deeply inside there is a hope. A hope for responsible and respectful people and personalities who stick to their words or don't throw their words to the wind at all. I don't really know if it's bad or good to not to expect something from people. Anyway, you should divide and understand the difference between two expectations. One, expecting something from people when this very someone can't even imagine that you are expecting something from him or her, and expecting something from a person who has promised to do this very specific thing, this very specific person, and you didn't force them into it at all. So it was their willing decision. I know, sometimes it's hard to see this slight border between these 2 points, especially for women, and even more especially for young ladies, but trust me, this blurred border exists. And the more you try to see it, whatever your vision is, the better it is for you. If it's still hard, go to an ophthalmologist, so he'll prescribe you glasses. And the perfect outcome in both cases is not to expect anything at all. Remember that you are the most important person in your life. You are responsible for all mistakes you make, and there's no use in pointing at and blaming anyone because you shouldn't have let another person to make decisions for you. You have your own brain. And it's also your fault if you didn't let someone to make decisions for you in case it would make a better difference. There is one saying which is as old as the world. If someone let you down once, that's their fault. If someone let you down twice, that's your fault. But if someone let you down 3 times, then you're a fucking idiot. Write it on your forehead with a permanent marker and do it backwards. So it will be readable, this stuff like reflections and all this stuff. So you won't blame me that I didn't warn you. Stick to your plans. Do what you have to do what you want to do, live your life. You have some free time to waste, and you can make such arrangements, because if a person who is worthy to change plans for will loom somewhere on the horizon, I'm pretty sure that this person will make you notice and pay attention to him or her. And then you can finally relax. You can relax for a while and even get excited, because cynical and skeptical attitude 24/7 isn't the best option for life. Just please remember one thing. Don't get too excited. People tend to suck.